If you were ever attracted to a guy or dating a guy who is not treating you right and you know you're not going to be happy with him, but you're like, why do I still like him? I know he's trash. It's because you have some kind of underlying internal issues that you need to deal with, some kind of wounds you need to.
Tracy Sparkles here. So today's video is about why ladies tend to prefer or like toxic men or bad boys, to be precise. So guys, I'll be sharing all of these stitches with you all. When you're done watching, as usual, we'll come back to talk about it, because I think this is something that is really common in the society that we live today. You find out that most of these girls tend to prefer guys who are toxic. Guys, so let's watch all of the stitches, and when we are done watching, as usual, we're going to come back to talk about it. So guys, let's watch.
Heal. And the reason I know that is because when you love yourself, you're not going to spend time with anybody who's not treating you right. You're not going to spend time with friends that are treating you like shit. And you're definitely not going to date somebody who's not treating you right. So I want you to ask yourself, why do you think that this is the only type of love you deserve? Because I think you deserve way more.
Why are women attracted to bad boys if you have this particular dark triad of traits?
Well, there are two things. So one is that they do often have characteristics that women do find attractive in mates. So these guys are often very self-confident and they're often risk-taking. And so women find guys who are brave in the face of danger, willing to take risks, physical risks or social risks, like telling a joke to an entire room at a party is a social risk, but also physical risk, driving motorcycles. These guys often have traits that are attractive to women, but they're especially attractive to younger women.
Why is that?
I think part of it is inexperience. The high dark triad guys are disastrous as long-term mates, but they can be sometimes very exciting as short-term mates. And sometimes younger women, they're the new in the mating market. They engage in experimentation, as they mature, get some more experience, they want to settle down into a long-term committed mateship. And the high dark triad guys can be very exciting as short-term mates, but disastrous as long-term mates.
So I was talking to a guy the other day, and he was talking about how, girls only want to go for the guys who treat them like trash. They're super into toxicity. Basically talking about how they don't want to give, like, nice guys a chance and how, nice guys finish last and everything like that. What I want to know is, why do y'all want to attract those types of women? Because to me, it's giving, I just want to have someone on my arm. I don't really care about what's going on with them mentally, emotionally, physically, or whatever. Basically, I just want someone to be attracted to me, and I just want a pretty girl. So despite whether she's crazy or not, I just want her because I just want a girlfriend. Because if you knew the real reasons for why some girls act like that, then you wouldn't be trying to chase after those types of girls. Or you'd want to help those girls and to actually help them, not just to get the reward of being her boyfriend or sleeping with her or something. Because a lot of women, a lot of girls who do that were abused, were traumatized, were taken advantage of, sometimes by people who are very close to them in their inner circle, or just people who they have dated. And so some of them feel like they don't deserve anything more than that. Some of them do grow attracted and gravitate more towards the people who treat them like trash because that's all they've ever known. And what these girls don't need is another boyfriend. They need to get help. They need to get those things situated. A lot of them need therapy. A lot of them need professional help. So when a girl is like that, you don't even want to be in a relationship with someone who is in that state because they're not ready or good for a relationship just yet. It's not good for them to be in a relationship because they only accept that type of bad treatment. So stop asking why these bad toxic girls don't gravitate towards you and start asking yourself why you want them to gravitate towards you.
Now you see some of the reasons. Sometimes these guys that are referred to are toxic guys, guys who are bad guys per se. They might have some kind of characteristics that a lot of women tend to find very attractive, like they take a lot of risk, they are risk takers, and they are bold. Like, a lot of women like men who are bold. So because of that, it might be some of the reasons why most of these girls prefer bad guys, because they might not just be bad altogether. And sometimes it might also be because the girl herself is also bad, because she might as well be attracted to her kind, so a lot of reasons, and I think we find this kind of things among younger girls, younger women, because a mature lady who really wants to settle down, who really want to get married, I don't think she'll want someone or a bad guy, because it might just be a complete red flag altogether. A bad guy with a lot of problems that comes along with it. Well, guys, there are still some few videos that I would like us to watch. Let's watch them. So when we are done watching, we'll come back finally to talk about the entire video. Please watch to the end so that you get the whole gist.
You in the first place. There are some guys who are just like, oh, I'll be the one to treat them better, but again, they're not in the place to be in a relationship. They have their own issues that need to be worked out. They need to build up their confidence and their self-worth and their self-esteem. Again, I just want to say that y'all really need to be evaluating girls' mental health and their trauma and all these different things, because some of y'all, again, will just want to be with these girls just because I want a girlfriend, I want someone on my arm, but you're not thinking about the long-term issues, or about the fact that when you're getting into a relationship with someone, you're being introduced to every part of them, including the trauma, including the mental health issues. You can't just be taking anyone just to take anyone. And don't try to act like the guys that she's attracted to, because why are you trying to feed into her trauma just to attract her?
Girls always complain about the toxic guy. He broke my heart. I keep going back to him. It's your fault. And I'll tell you what about toxic. For some reason, in psychology, women tend to gravitate towards toxic men more. And I'll tell you why. Because when the guy's toxic, it's kind of like a roller coaster of emotions that you have to deal with in the relationship. He doesn't text you when he gets home. He does things he's not supposed to, but he's kind of good to you at the same time. So the fact that he's giving you the good side of him, and also he's not perfect, keeps you on your toes. It keeps your emotions going crazy. You're emotional. If the guy was too perfect, let's be real, you would get bored. And that's why women always go back to the toxic man. And this is the hard truth, honestly.
It's a fact that a lot of women actually like bad guys. But how can someone, a sensible person, like something that is toxic, clearly that this person is toxic, then you want to put your head in there? Don't you think that's a red flag on its own? Because personally, despite the fact that I hear people talk about how a lot of women tend to prefer bad guys and all of that, I don't want someone with such characteristic, like a lot of bad. People know you to be bad because of the fact that you take risk, which can also be dangerous to you as a person. Then I will not think that I'll prefer such person. So I think it has to do with preference for a lot of girls, but it's a fact that most young ladies, young girls, I think maybe youthful exorbitant might be one of the reasons why someone will leave somebody who is gentle. Because you see a lot of these men who are gentle, dress well, they are gentle in all ramifications of their life. You see that a lot of women tend to turn them down because they feel they are just too gentle, they don't want such person. But at the end of the day, don't you think about the future? Like, maybe you end up settling down with that bad guy or the toxic guy that you think is all and all, maybe because you think there's swag and all of that. At the end of the day, you fall into a big problem. There are nice men, nice guys with, as in not bad guys now, that are good in all angle. They also have this swag that you think these bad guys have. So personally, I don't see the reason why someone would like to prefer a bad guy. And if you as a lady, bad guys are attracted to you, I think you also have to check yourself. Maybe there are things you are doing wrong that you are being attracted to such kind of people, because at the end of the day it might not turn out well for you. Well, that's my opinion. I like to know your opinion. Why do you think a lot of ladies prefer bad guys, toxic men? I'd like you all to drop your opinion on this. And if you've watched me up to this very moment and you are yet to subscribe, I don't know what you're actually waiting for. Please subscribe, give my video a thumbs up, and if it's possible, turn on your notification bell so that when I post a video anytime, you will see it. I am Tracy, and right now I'll be signing out. See you guys in my next video. Bye.